Lame.
All right.
Losers.
There we
Both
go.
of you.
Next week, Paul will repent for his sin.
No, I'll just come in here and be a major prick when Oklahoma wins. That's what I'll do.
Gentlemen and ladies, welcome to episode 5 of the Garage Gang podcast. Today's episode looks a little bit different, as you can tell. We got Tanner Knight out in the cabin in the woods. Tanner, where the hell are you?
Down here in South Texas, boys. Couldn't miss the pod.
You trying to get yourself a buck or what?
No, just trying to quit my day job and live out here for the rest of my life in the middle of nowhere.
Aren't we all? It's a packed slate today. Of course, we're going to go over this past week's college football, a little bit of NFL, and then, MLB's wrapped up, so haven't quite looked into what we got, but I'm sure we got something. Let's get into it. Let's start with a little Would You Rather.
Here, hold on. Let me say something, okay?
Oh, yeah, today.
We're recording on Tuesday, November the 11th. All right? It is Veterans Day here in the greatest country in the world. Now, I want you guys to take 1 second out of your day. I know this is coming out Wednesday. Take 1 second out of your day and tell somebody you know that you appreciate them for their service and the time they've committed to our great country for making this place a significantly better place to live in.
Sure.
It's an important day. We all have friends or family that we know that have served time for us, and we just got to let them know we appreciate them. Not only today, any day, anytime you're thinking about them, just let them know.
For sure. Yeah.
Amen.
Yes,
Amen.
We live in the greatest country in the world, boys.
And on that, cue up Toby Keith.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get started with the little Would You Rather. This one isn't sports related, but I saw it and I kind of went back and forth on it, so I was kind of thinking about what y'all would think. So it is, would you rather never have to sleep and always feel well rested, or never have to work out and always be in shape? And I'm not giving you like a 6-pack of abs. I'm just saying like flat belly, like you're in shape. You're good to move around, you're good to go. Or you can just never sleep and you always have all that spare time to yourself.
Tanner, you want me to go first here?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now, dude, I'm never working out again in my life. All right?
I kind of thought you and Tanner might lean that way.
I don't need that's assault. I don't need the 6-pack, dude. Just let me be able to run that beer mile at the end of fantasy football season and not die from it. Yeah. I mean, I think 16 and a half minutes is respectable time, okay?
It's a time.
The guy hasn't ran a mile since the 8th grade. Cut a boy some slack. I'm never working out again in my life.
What about you, Big Nasty? What do you think?
I actually would rather never sleep and feel real rested all the time because I don't get good sleep as it is, and I'm just tired all the time. So if I could get like 1 hour of sleep,
Yeah.
like think about it, especially if you've been drinking. Like if you have a heavy night of drinking and you get like 2 hours of sleep and you can wake up feeling real well rested and like you got 8 hours, I think I'd take that over, never having to work out again and being in great shape. Because I do, contrary to
Yeah.
Brandon's popular belief, I do enjoy working out now, as of recently. But
No way.
I would much
That's a fair
rather.
rebuttal.
It is
I,
fair.
I would.
It is fair.
That's a fair rebuttal.
I would
I
much
think I'm
rather
going
just
with
wake up
Tanner on
feeling
this one.
well rested
I
every
wanna-
day.
Yeah. So, yeah. For me, I do enjoy working out a little bit. I mean, it's a burden at times because like you have a lot of stuff to do, but at the same time, it's like a way to relieve stress. And I'm thinking like the only downside to never being able to sleep and always being well rested is that that's like 8 hours a day that you're sitting in probably solitude because no one else is in that boat.
Oh, yeah, completely by your lonesome.
Yeah. And so it's either like you'd have to like, I don't know, start like a little side hustle or something. Like you'd have to find something to fill that void. And maybe that's your time to work out. You just start working out at night or something.
Start a podcast or something.
Yeah, just start a podcast with 3 buddies in a garage. But I don't know. So it might get lonely, but at the same time, it's like if you can, I don't know. I feel like you'll find things to do to fill that time. But yeah, I need to work out. I have to. So I'm going with the never sleeping again and always being well rested.
But it's well rested, not hangover cure.
No,
you know?
yeah. You'll just not be tired. You'll just Yeah, you'll just be awake through the hangover. That'd be terrible.
Still kind of feel like shit, but you're rested.
Yeah, but you just that you might stop drinking if you choose that route.
Good chance.
So jumping into college football, we're gonna go over some of the ranked teams that lost this past weekend, and there's a few of them, not as many as usual, I don't think. But we'll start it off at the top with the 11 a.m. slate, and that was number 8 BYU losing to number 9 Texas Tech. Texas Tech handled them 29-7. This was like the Big 12 matchup. This was who's going to be the top dog in the Big 12. They both beat Utah. They come into this game fighting for top dog spot and put some respect on Tech's name because they handled them. 29-7 is no close win.
You know what? I apologize. Last week I kind of said BYU had a chance.
Yeah.
They didn't show up. That was an embarrassing ass kicking that Tech handed it. That's unbelievable.
Yeah, I was looking forward to that being a close game, like a tight game and a good game, and it just didn't pan out. I mean, Texas Tech from the rip had it, and it was, that's all you needed to see. Tech has now beat Utah really bad. They've now beat BYU really bad.
Lost to Arizona State.
They did with the backup quarterback. So, I mean, quarterback stays healthy. Texas Tech is the front runner in the Big 12. They're going to win the Big 12 this year.
I mean, he wasn't even that impressive, though, this weekend.
Their defense is good, dude.
Very good. Great D-line.
Yeah.
Tanner, we watched that together. What do you think?
I don't know. I just think BYU's been a fraud all season. So, I mean, it wasn't super surprising. I kind of figured Tech was going to come in there and steamroll them, which they kind of did. At the beginning of the game, both teams couldn't get anything going, but I think Tech was very clearly the front runner, and they're definitely going to win the Big 12 now, in my opinion. I don't really see how they don't at this point, to be honest.
No, yeah, they'll definitely play BYU or Utah. I think Cincinnati's having a good year too.
Yeah, Cincinnati's up there.
But they'll play one of those schools, and I mean, they've already beat the shit out of BYU and now and Utah. So Tech's the Big 12 winner if nothing crazy happens. Next up, we had number 20 Iowa barely losing to number 9 Oregon 18-16. That one came down to the wire. I said last week, maybe I didn't. I thought it at least. Maybe I did. Maybe it was a few weeks ago. I said Oregon's a fraud. Oregon is a fraud, and they almost go and lose to Iowa. I mean, Iowa had a chance to win that game for sure.
I mean, I'll jump on that train, Reeves. Oregon, fraudulent.
Yeah,
fraudulent.
There's two.
Their
good
good win this year is Penn State, and Penn State's completely fallen off the wagon.
Yeah.
That's fucking embarrassing what they got going on over there. I mean, Iowa's not the worst team in the world. Okay, their offense has always struggled. We know that, but Iowa will always bring a defense with them. That's a fact. But yeah, I mean, with all the hype Oregon's getting, you'd think they'd handle business a little bit better than that.
I think this week cleared up, what the conferences what the top dog of the conferences look like, because Oregon struggles to beat Iowa. So now you're like, okay, Big Ten, it's Ohio State and Indiana. It's no longer a 3-horse race.
And Indiana looked like shit.
Indiana did look bad, but I guess what I'm getting at is, I don't know.
Ohio State.
Yeah. Maybe it is just Ohio State. But for at least the Big 12, it's like Tech is clearly the front runner. Next, we had number 22 Missouri losing to A&M 38-17. That one was an absolute ass kicking. Missouri could not move the ball offensively due to I think he's a redshirt freshman quarterback. He's the backup quarterback, and didn't play out well for him. The only success they had on offense was running the ball a little bit, and then after A&M got up on them, they were forced to throw it, and that game was over.
Tanner, did you get to catch a piece of that game at all? I know you were out hunting.
I caught a little bit of it from the stand. I'm pretty sure A&M's got like a 99% chance now to make the playoff, right?
Yeah, barring something like crazy happening, because basically, other than Alabama, like there's 4 or 5 one-loss SEC schools. So, like they would have to lose to South Carolina to have one loss, and then they, of course, play Texas, which I think that game could flip.
That would be a good one, I think.
So yeah, for them to have 2 losses and be out of the championship would take them losing to South Carolina this Saturday.
I mean, that Missouri O lineman, Caden Green, transferred from OU last year in the middle of the night, goes to Missouri, and he's caught on an interview afterwards saying A&M essentially knew what we were going to run.
Yeah.
Like, they had no chance. So that's kind of a cop-out in a way, right? Like,
Yeah.
oh, they knew what we were doing. They were keying on everything. Yeah, it's what good defenses are going to do. I mean, I'm not saying A&M's a good defense, but people with a competent brain. Yes, 100% good coaching.
Yeah, I think our linebacker too, Torian York, he's like the front runner of that defense, and all I've heard about him is like he's an undersized linebacker, stuff like that, but he makes up for it with like what he does pregame.
Between his ears, man.
Yeah.
That brain of his, it's good.
Like he sees formations and he knows like it's one of two plays.
Yep. He narrows
like
it down.
You're running it this way or you're throwing it like a slip pass or something.
And I'm sure it was a little bit easier to narrow down because Missouri's playing with that backup.
Yeah.
So
little simplified game.
Yeah,
plan there.
for sure.
Yeah. So A&M handles Missouri. Missouri drops out of the top 25. I think this might be their third loss. And yeah, it might be their third loss of the year. So they're out of the top 25. They're probably not coming back. Next up, we had number 23 Washington losing to Wisconsin 13-10. And if you lose to Wisconsin, you're probably not a very good football team.
That's a fucking bad loss.
Yeah, that's not good.
It doesn't. You're gonna be tough pressed to find a worse loss than that. Like,
Yeah.
dude, Wisconsin's bad.
Yeah, that's not a good look for Washington, who just got in the rankings. It slipped in at 23. They're thinking, man, maybe we beat Wisconsin. We go up to.
I was in a heated argument this weekend. I got a bunch of buddies who are Big 10 fans. I got some Big 12 fans in there.
Yeah.
And me and my buddy Brennan, about the only two like SEC dogs in there that have to go to battle for that conference every week. The Big 10 softest baby shit. Softest baby shit.
Yeah, the middle for sure.
I mean, good Lord, you got the number 9 team in the country who has trouble scoring on. I was gonna say something really wrong there, but they just have trouble scoring. You got Washington on the back half. Oh, we're making our way. We're making our little push. Claiming our stake. Loses to Wisconsin.
Yeah.
To a Wisconsin team that gives up a zillion points a game.
Yeah. I would trust a lot of the bottom half SEC schools, Kentucky, teams like that, to beat Washington, who was ranked 23rd.
I agree. I mean, shit, dude. I don't even know what else to say about the Big Ten. It's bad. Tanner, where you stand on that?
Didn't Wisconsin fire their coach like a few weeks ago? Or am I thinking of a different team?
You're thinking I don't know who you're thinking.
You know what? I'm not sure, Tanner. Huh.
I thought
that
they
might be
had.
worth
I'm not entirely sure either, but I mean, it kind of goes to show that I feel like the only front runner in the Big Ten right now is Ohio State, even though I feel like they haven't played anybody. So I don't know. It's just
I think that. My bad, Tanner.
No, you're good. Go ahead, buddy.
I was saying like their only big win would be Texas week 1, and it didn't look like extremely convincing then. I know Texas defense, it's all there.
Yeah. Well, at the time when they beat them, they all thought Texas was going to be, the best team or one of the best teams in college football, and obviously they didn't turn out to be that. So I still think Ohio State's very, very good. I just don't think – I'd be curious to see what they did to other teams, and like Wisconsin beating the shit out of Washington is, I don't know, it just kind of shows how soft that conference is, and I think it also kind of shows how soft Ohio State's schedule's been this year.
I agree, and I mean, they got Michigan on the very back end of their schedule, and Michigan's kind of shaping up to be one of those teams who are packing a little bit of a punch.
Yeah, they're 5-1 in conference.
Yeah,
standings now.
I mean, either Michigan's packing a punch or the Big Ten's just that bad.
Yeah, I think the Big Ten is that bad. I think there's 2 dogs, and the rest are just kind of fighting for bones, sort of thing. Next on the list for ranked teams that lost, these are previous rankings. Number 15, Louisville lost to Cal 29-26 in overtime. And this is the same team that beat Miami earlier in the year. So Louisville, number 15. So they got some praise for that win over Miami and quickly falling off the ladder there.
Dude, the ACC shaping up to be something nasty.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Yeah, because next on the list, we have number 14, Virginia, another ACC school. They lost to Wake Forest 16-9. Yeah, Virginia put up 9 points against Wake Forest. And Virginia was the last undefeated ACC school. And so now...
Quarterback got hurt.
Oh, did he?
Mm-hmm. Quarterback went down early.
Oh, okay.
That
changes
kind of
things a bit.
that kind of tells the story of how things ended up shaping up for them.
Okay, then that makes more sense losing 16-9. So but yeah, they were the last undefeated ACC school in conference, and now they have a loss. So now we have 4 ACC schools all with one loss, being Georgia Tech, Virginia, Pittsburgh, and SMU. Oh, and Duke has one loss. So 5 schools. So uh based on those head-to-head matchups, and I think Pittsburgh has a pretty rough schedule to end it. I want to say they have Georgia Tech and Miami to end their season, so they'll probably be out of it unless they can flip that game against Georgia Tech. So I think Georgia Tech's back in the driver's seat for winning the ACC.
For sure. I mean, they got a chance to make it all right.
Yeah,
Like they have a chance to, kind of avenge that bad loss they had. And
who did they lose? Was it Wake Forest they lost to? No, they lost to NC State. They lost to NC State,
State, that's right.
last week.
the Wolfpack, baby.
Yeah, but now they have a bye week. Oh man, we're gonna learn a lot about Georgia Tech. They have a bye week, then they play Boston College, easy dub. They play Pittsburgh, who's ranked 23rd, one loss in the ACC. They should beat them. They'll be, I would assume, heavily favored. And then they play Georgia.
They got that damn rivalry game.
Yeah.
But that's not gonna have any repercussions on their ACC standings.
No, but it'll tell you if the ACC's for real.
Yeah,
I really hope
Dude,
that
that's
game
the
doesn't
best.
go in the 10 overtimes again. That would really suck. I
that's-
don't want to stay up that late.
Yeah, that's the best school in the ACC, Georgia Tech. And if they go get smashed by Georgia, then fuck, don't put any of them in the playoff.
I mean, we got no choice.
Yeah.
We have no choice in it. Like, honest to God, like, man, I hate to say it. Like, if there's 2, I pray to God that there's not 2 ACC teams that wind up sneaking in
No way.
somehow, some way. I just hope to God there's not.
I could see 2 Big Ten schools. I could see BYU still getting in if they only have that one loss to Texas Tech. But because I mean, a one-loss school, yeah, put them in. Maybe Tech's a world beater.
Right.
So I think 2 Big Ten schools get in. ACC. I mean, unless I could see Miami getting in if like that conference starts to shake.
I hope not. I pray to God
They don't
don't.
deserve to get in.
They don't, but the hype alone is like I could see them getting like a 12 spot or something.
You remember you got those G5 schools that are going to get in?
Yeah, it's true. All right, so those were all the ranked teams that lost. Looks like there was just 4 or 5. Let's get into some other games that were close. We had number 2 Indiana barely escaping Penn State, and I think Penn State's like 3-5 on the year or something. Indiana beats them 27-24 on like a 1 minute left. Just a phenomenal catch by one of their receivers.
Yeah, Tanner and I were sitting there watching on my couch. I mean, it took an act of God for Indiana to pull that one out. Like, one of the better catches you'll ever see.
Yeah, and it backs up their coach. I think Kirk Cignetti before the game, they had asked him, they were like, Indiana's never won here. Like, what do you think about that? And he was like, well, we've never played here.
Yeah,
Let's play or something.
This team's never played here.
Yeah, and so they go down. They're losing to Indiana or to Penn State for the majority of the game, and then they win it in the last 60 seconds. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. But I think that win, for me, like that win is equivalent to, and this might sound wrong, but like it's equivalent to like A&M's win over Arkansas.
Yeah.
Granted, it wasn't that bad. Like A&M was up the entire game by 10 points. But it's still a close game with.
You're saying a win's a win, is what you're saying basically, and that you should.
Yeah,
take
or
credit for
Alabama's
getting
game
a win.
against South Carolina. Like that was a close game, and people, Alabama's 4 in the country. Like
Alabama plays those close games because they can't run the football.
yeah, but I guess what I'm saying is like, every team's got one of them.
You got to win them.
Yeah,
You got to win them.
and when you win them, you stay ranked number 2 in the country, I guess. So that was a close game that could have gone bad for Indiana. They would have pushed them pretty far down the rankings, I would imagine. Another close one. We had number 16 Auburn. They barely beat Auburn, or I'm sorry, number 16 Vanderbilt barely beat Auburn, 45-38 in overtime. Did y'all catch any of that? Auburn played their backup quarterback, and he is a gazelle.
Ken, you want to get after this one to start her off?
I just am really upset with Peso Pavia and how I've just been glorifying him as, front runner for the Heisman. I've been really just glazing Vanderbilt all season. It just really sucks because it looks like they're one of those teams that's peaked and they're starting the downhill slide kind of, it seems like.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I know they won, but you would expect them to win by a lot more against Auburn. I don't know. It just
Yeah.
kind of sucks to watch it. Offense played good.
Yeah, 100%. And that begs the question, like, was Hugh Freeze the problem, or was it Jackson Arnold that was the problem? Because that backup quarterback was lighting it the fuck up on Saturday.
I don't think a head coach makes a change that drastic in 1 week. I think it was Jackson Arnold. He was the problem.
Dude, Jackson Arnold couldn't pass gas.
Yeah.
He's bad.
And that, dude, every time I looked up watching that game, that backup quarterback was running down the field.
Running down the field, slinging the pill. I mean, you name it. The kid was doing it all.
Like, I'm glad we already played Auburn.
Me too, honestly. Shit, dude.
So what is Auburn's record right now?
I don't know, but every game they play is extremely close.
Let's find this real quick because
Every game they play.
that is right. They have a lot of close losses. They're 1-6 in conference.
Yeah, and look at how much they're losing by. Go to their schedule and just take a peek at how much they are actually losing these games by. They're
right,
in them
let's check
from
this out.
start to finish.
Auburn just lost to Vanderbilt 45-38 in overtime.
Yep.
They lost to Kentucky last week 10-3, 7-point loss. They beat Arkansas by 7-11. They lost to Missouri by 6.
Yep.
Lost to Georgia by 10. Lost to A&M by 6. Lost to Oklahoma by 7. Yeah, these are all close.
Every
losses.
one of them is close.
That's insane.
And I don't know how. I mean, they were losing close games with Jackson fucking Arnold at the helm, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, and honestly, like a lot of those scores are low. Like their defense can't be that bad.
No, they come to play.
But all right, let's jump into the updated AP Top 10.
Is this the AP Top 10 or is this the college football playoff rankings?
This is AP Top 10.
Because I'm pretty sure the college football playoff rankings are dropping like as we speak.
Yeah, so the college football playoff rankings drop Tuesday night, which is right now.
Right now.
So yeah, this is AP.
Hit him with that AP.
All right, AP. Nothing changed 1 through 5. So we have Ohio State at 1, Indiana 2, A&M 3, Alabama 4, Georgia 5. 6 and 7, all that happened was they flipped. Ole Miss is now number 6, and Oregon is now number 7. So even after Oregon's close, or I guess after Oregon's close win over Iowa, they drop a spot. Ole Miss goes up. And Ole Miss beat the dog shit out of the Citadel, 49-0. So very good win for the program. So 6 and 7 swap. Now we have number 8, Texas Tech. They were previously 9. And that's after they beat BYU. We have number 9, Notre Dame, who was previously 10. Notre Dame handled Navy pretty well. Looks like they beat them by 5 scores, 49-10.
Yeah, ass whooping.
Yeah. You said, Paul, that game was going to be close.
It's because I have no respect for Notre Dame, and I still don't. They got a sorry-ass schedule. They don't have a conference. They can suck me.
The most interesting shift of the AP Top 10 is the 10 spot. And here's my reasoning. Texas was number 13. They had a bye week. And they jumped 13 to 10. Teams they jumped were BYU, who lost, fair. Virginia, who lost, fair. And Oklahoma, who was
On a bye week.
Previously number 11 ahead of Texas. So Texas jumps 3 spots, 2 over teams that lost, fair, but then they jump Oklahoma. So the AP voters, are you just openly admitting you fucked up last week? And you think Texas is better than Oklahoma? Or do you think Texas got better over the bye week? What's going on?
They think it's
You can't be mad at Texas for winning the bye week. You got to give them credit where credit's due. They won the bye week. They're good.
So yeah, Texas jumps Oklahoma when last week Oklahoma was ranked higher than them, and they were both on a bye week. How does that make sense?
Tanner, fill us in, brother.
You can't be mad at Texas for winning the bye week. I mean, they won the bye week, so that's okay. I mean, credit where credit's due. So did Oklahoma, so congrats to both.
That's fair. And I mean, Texas does have the head-to-head against Oklahoma.
I'm not saying I disagree with it. I'm just saying
I've been saying
last week the AP poll, why do you rank OU higher than Texas last week if this week they're both going to have a bye week and you're going to rank them?
I've been saying it since our first episode. The AP poll is a fucking joke and a waste of time. They think it's fun in games. It's not. You have people threatening people on Twitter over this AP poll. They need to get their shit figured out.
Yeah.
Like this isn't a game. Like
yeah. It doesn't make sense. Like if anything, it just takes away like all validity of the AP poll.
I agree,
100%.
100%.
Two teams have a bye week and you're going to have one of them jump the other.
Yeah, it's comical. It's fucking comical at this point. And I think they honestly they listen to the people talking online.
I hope they listen to this podcast because
they don't, but we appreciate all 48 of you that do. Okay, we love you all.
So games next week. Next week is honestly, I was looking at the slate. It's horrible. Like there's 2 good games, and but luckily those 2 good games are very close to heart. So the 11 a.m. slate, not much going on. We got the best game I could find was number 9 Notre Dame is taking on number 23 Pitt. And Notre Dame's favored by 10.5. And honestly, I went back and checked Pitt's schedule to see how they got to 23rd in the country. And it was the easiest schedule you could ever imagine. But they have a very rough last 3 games. So if Pittsburgh's about it, we're about to find out.
Tanner, who you got in that one?
I want to take Pittsburgh really bad because I feel like Notre Dame's just a bunch of frauds. I feel like they are every year.
Oh, dude.
Even though they went to the Natty last year, I just feel like
Y'all want to wager on that? I'll bet you. I'll do $50. Notre Dame wins that game.
You do $50, dude.
Outright winner.
Remember the last bet you made with me?
Yeah, you're about to give it back.
I don't have the money right now. I'm tight on funds. Okay.
Tanner, you want to make a bet?
Not with you, no.
It's like making a deal with the fucking devil.
Yeah,
I bet Notre Dame wins that game and covers the spread.
No, I'm not putting any money on that with you. No, I'm not betting on like a team I hate in Pittsburgh. The fuck that.
Okay, so we all think Notre Dame's going to win.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. I didn't say that. I just said I don't feel comfortable betting against them. There's a difference.
All right, y'all watch that 11 a.m. game slate. Then, yeah, it just got a little more interesting because these 2 guys are
Notre Dame haters. You call me what you want, dude. I hate Notre Dame. They are frauds.
They're taking care of Pitt. If you go look at Pitt's schedule and tell me who they've beat, it's nobody.
I don't give a shit, dude. Go look at Notre Dame's schedule and tell me who they've beaten.
That's true. They've lost
nobody. They've lost to the only 2 teams worth of shit, and one of those teams isn't even in the top 5 of the ACC anymore. So join a conference, sack up, or
so you
play
just
some
hate
people
Notre
worth of
Dame
shit.
because they're not in a conference.
I think
essentially.
And I think I'm also in agreement with like half of America. Notre Dame's been getting away with this shit for way too long.
No, yeah, I mean,
way
I'm
too
not
long.
like happy they're not in a conference. I just think they're better than Pittsburgh.
Oh, I mean, shit, dude. Who isn't? Let's start there. I have a shorter list.
All right, so next, that's the 11 a.m. slate. That's the only game worth watching. Next, it gets a little more interesting. We have at 2:30, number 11, Oklahoma, at number 4, Alabama. Bama is favored by 7.5. Paul Sooners have to go into Tuscaloosa to save their season.
They ain't saving shit, dude. Bama's got to win to save theirs, too.
Bama's got no SEC losses. They're 4 in the country.
I don't give a shit, dude. The Sooners are coming to town on ABC. Tune into Fubo to watch that one. YouTube TV still hasn't figured their shit out.
When is that going to get resolved?
Probably never. ESPN and Disney are a complete joke, and I'm honestly taking sides with YouTube TV. Fuck Disney. Fuck ESPN. They're money-hungry bastards.
They ruin everything they touch, dude. Disney ruins everything they touch.
Everything. But back to the game, I've done a little bit of research. I've listened to Gabe Ikard and Teddy Lehman speak on this game.
Gabe Ikard?
Yeah, All-American offensive lineman for the Sooners back in the day. Teddy Lehman, All-American linebacker at one point in his career.
Can you spell that?
Who? What? Ikard?
What's his first name?
Gabe?
Okay, gotcha.
I can spell Gabe. You don't believe in me?
No. I thought you said something else.
No, Bama can't run the football. They can't. And what have teams not done extremely well against Oklahoma is run the football.
So you think they make them one-dimensional and y'all pull out a win?
I think whoever thinks that Bama's just going to run away with this is dead wrong. I think it's going to be a dogfight for 4 quarters of football. I really do. And whoever runs it better, I've said it I'll say it again. Whoever runs it better will win this football game. Oklahoma's going to have to force a couple turnovers. They're going to have to make that quarterback feel a little bit uncomfortable because when he's sitting in the pocket passing, you're not going to find a better quarterback when it comes to just sitting back, stepping up in the pocket, and delivering strikes across the field. You're just not. You create a little bit of pressure, take away his run game. Oklahoma's going to be in this game.
Yeah, so there's an avenue for success. Y'all just have to make it happen.
100%, and I don't see Bama being able to start to run the football well this week against an Oklahoma team that doesn't allow teams to run the football very well.
Yeah.
All the rushing yards Oklahoma gives up, if you look back, it's long runs, like a busted play, like DN's not doing his job, guy's gone.
Yeah.
Like they're not giving up chunk play after chunk play on the ground. They make you earn it, and they did it 2 weeks ago in Knoxville. I think they can do it again this week in Tuscaloosa.
Has Alabama played a defense as good as OU's this year, you think? Or is this going to be like the biggest test they've had?
Numbers-wise, probably not.
They played Georgia.
Right.
They beat Georgia 24-21.
Right.
They beat Missouri 27-24.
Yeah, and I mean, like, that's
Missouri's defense is legit.
I feel like every game in the SEC kind of falls into that, like, somewhere between the 30 to 20 point range.
Yeah.
I mean,
but they've also, to that point, is like last week they had a close game with LSU. They beat LSU 20-9, and LSU's like their offensive line is bad.
it is bad, and I mean, but LSU didn't allow them to run the football.
Yeah.
It's blatantly obvious what you need to do to kind of slow them down, and that's stop the run and create pressure with 4 dudes. You try not to send that extra guy because Bama has their struggles at offensive line as well. Don't let them fool you. Like those 2 tackles they have, they've not been very good.
So you smell an upset there.
You know what? Yeah, I do. I mean,
do you feel confident about the OU win?
I'm a homer, like 100%. Like this is my biased take, of course, but I think if you sit down and you just look at this and you size both teams up, Oklahoma's strong where Alabama's not, and that's the front. That is in the trenches.
Yeah.
Their D-line, solid, very good. Our O-line's going to have to play extremely well with 3 young guys on it. But when it comes to Bama being able to run the football, they haven't been able to all year, and it's not starting this week. It's just not.
I'm curious to see if OU's defensive line gets after Ty Simpson, how he's going to handle that type of pressure. Like if OU's defensive line plays to the best of their ability, I can totally see a world where Ty Simpson's game just kind of collapses.
Yeah, a little bit of adversity, you know?
Yeah. I don't know.
What are your thoughts here, Reeves?
What's your quarterback's name?
John Mateer.
He's been shaky. He hasn't shown me enough to go beat a team like Alabama.
I mean, statistically, Tennessee's offense better than Bama's. Beat them, held them under their points average.
Tennessee's defense.
It don't make a fuck to me at all. Don't make a fuck to me at all.
That's how Mateer would score.
I'm telling you.
I don't think Bama's defense is that bad.
You watch the first half of that Tennessee game.
I would anticipate.
And you watch the second half of that Tennessee game. John Mateer looked completely different in the second half for some reason. Made one horrible decision on an RPO. Take that play out of the fucking playbook. He can't read it. He can't read that shit.
Okay, listen to my non-biased take.
Okay, let's hear it.
Mateer has looked shaky after coming back from injury for whatever reason. He says it's not the injury. He looked great before. He's looked shaky after. He had a good game against Tennessee with terrible defense. Bama, good defense. This will be a very low-scoring game, I would imagine. Like somewhere, like if the point total can't be more than 40.
I bet it's like 48.5.
Yeah, and I would take the under for sure. I would imagine this game is low-scoring, and it's in Tuscaloosa. I think Bama probably pulls it off.
I mean, we're talking road battles, like, and everything. Like, it's tough. Like, dude, they played in front of 102,000 Tennessee fans last week, and their offense didn't look like complete dog shit. They're going to go to Tuscaloosa. They're going to face the same problems they faced on the road 2 weeks ago. They're no stranger to road games, harsh environments. Make a statement.
I don't know. That Texas game has me weighing in on this, and that offense looked bad.
We had John Mateer out 14 days after a thumb surgery. He's getting better. He's gotten better every single week since that injury.
We'll see. I just think Bama's going to pull it off. Bama typically pulls it off.
Okay. All right.
So I'm taking Bama in that game. They're favored by 7.5. I don't think it'll be that far spread. I would imagine I would say like a 3.5 is a good number. Maybe even a 2.5.
You got me fired up right now.
It's gonna be close. It'll be close, and it's gonna come down to one play where one team is gonna win the game.
Tanner, I need to hear your thoughts, dude. Non-biased right here. I need to hear them.
On the OU game still?
Yep.
Tanner's zoned out.
Well, if you really must know what I was just looking at, the College Football Playoff Committee is currently live tweeting all of their selections. They're tweeting them one by one, so I've been paying attention to that.
Yeah.
What do we have so far? Drop those before you give us your intel, please.
They're not done yet. They're on like number 6 right now, and they're tweeting them one by one. So before we jump to halftime, I'll run through them for us real quick whenever they finish doing it. But unbiased take for OU versus Bama. I think what y'all did against Tennessee is incredibly impressive. I would argue that Knoxville is maybe not harder, but just as hard to play at as Tuscaloosa. I don't think that's a crazy thing to say. And I really do think if y'all's defense plays to their ability, I think it could maybe shake things up in an interesting way with Ty Simpson, because I really don't think I know he's played other good defenses, but this Oklahoma defense is, I think, the best in the country, especially when that defensive line's getting after the quarterback. So the line is 7.5 Bama.
Yep.
Yeah,
I don't think it's too crazy to assume that Oklahoma, there's a way they could definitely win this game. I think Bama may pull it out, but I don't think it's going to be I would expect Oklahoma to cover for sure.
If you had a free $50 to bet on an outright winner, who would you take?
Alabama.
Lame.
All right.
Losers.
There we go.
Both of you.
Next week, Paul will repent for his sin.
No, I'll just come in here and be a major prick when Oklahoma wins. That's what I'll do. I'll be an asshole to the both of you. Tanner was a little bit nicer.
So that's the two. Tanner said all of that just to work up to Bama.
Just to bury the dagger in my heart.
The 6:30 slate. So that was the 2:30 slate. So a good game there. At 6:30, we have number 10 Texas taking on number 5 the Georgia Bulldogs, and the Bulldogs are favored by 6.5.
That's at Georgia.
Yeah, it's at Georgia. Yeah,
We're gonna go another road game in the SEC. Blah 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 blah. Texas wins. Texas is going to win this football game. Backs against the wall. Arch Manning is going to win a disgusting football game.
I'm gonna go the other route, just to be that guy.
That's fair. That's probably the right choice. But I want to
think-
see the SEC get shaken up.
I think Georgia blows them out of the water. I think it's not even a close game.
Really?
I think Georgia figures out. They watch the game tape how Texas beat Vanderbilt. Texas last game, they had a bye week. They watch that game tape. They're going to make Arch throw it down the field to beat him. They're going to bring pressure. They're going to get it in his face, have a spy. I don't think it's a crazy defensive scheme to fluster Arch Manning.
No, most definitely not.
And I think Georgia and Kirby Smart can figure that out, and they will. And Texas will have very little success on the offensive side of the ball. Defense will be, they'll be what they've been all year. They're good. But Georgia will, put up, 17-24, and Texas won't have many to show on the offensive side.
There is an outlier here that before I let Tanner chime in, I got to throw something out there. That Texas defense does not get enough respect.
No, I think they're very good.
They just don't get enough respect, and I don't think Georgia's offense is the best either. I really don't. They've played real close football games against some pretty shitty teams recently. I mean, I just don't. I like Texas. I do. Just to stun, and then I'll shake the SEC up, and Oklahoma will miss the college football playoff by one spot because Texas just keeps winning. I need Texas to lose.
Tanner, what do you think?
I think it's crazy how much respect you're giving the Gunner Stockton against that Texas defense.
I'd take Stockton over Arch.
I don't think I would.
I would.
It's like saying you take Ollie over Frazier, dude. No shit. No, I don't know. I like Tanner said, if Arch looked good last week, man, or 2 weeks ago, he looked good against Vanderbilt.
Tanner, who you got?
I'm going to take Georgia.
Tanner talks all this shit and then says,
Man, am I the
Man,
only one
Georgia.
who's got the balls to do it around here, man? I'm taking two.
I think you might be.
All right.
I mean,
all
that's
right.
fine. It's just not what I think.
That's fair. That's fair.
All right, that wraps up.
We got UNT versus UAB this week. Okay, UAB's real bad. We got Messmaker coming off of a bye week.
I thought UNT had a bye week this week.
No, it was last week.
Was it?
Yep,
Okay.
it was last week. We got UAB this week. Messmaker's back. He'll throw for another 500 yards against a poopy UAB team.
What
and
time is that game at?
That's actually a good
UNT.
question.
Let's see what time that's at to see if you can make that. It is at 1 p.m.
At UAB, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't see UNT struggling at all.
No, yeah.
At all.
1 p.m. So that's kind of between the Notre Dame Pitt game and I guess watch the UNT game. If you're from around the Denton area, watch the UNT game. Watch them take on UAB.
Support those boys.
Get that first half of football in before you turn on that 2:30 Oklahoma Alabama game. Let's see what the Mean Green, the Eagles, what are they? The
Fight Eagles, baby.
Yeah.
Come on.
Watch that game. All right,
Hey,
that
real
about
quick.
wraps up college.
Real quick
What?
before we move forward, y'all want to hear these live rankings from the playoff committee?
Rattle them off right now.
Number 1, Ohio State. Number 2, Indiana. Number 3, A&M. Number 4, Bama. Number 5, Georgia. Number 6, Texas Tech. Number 7, Ole Miss. Number 8, Oregon. Number 9, Notre Dame. Number 10, Texas. Number 11, OU. And number 12, BYU sneaks in the 12th spot as of right
How
now.
the fuck? How in the fuck, first of all, how the fuck is Notre Dame in front of Oklahoma and Texas? And how in the hell is BYU still in the conversation? I understand it's their first loss, but fuck, man. They crossed the 50-yard line twice.
Yeah, but there's their first loss. I think that's the biggest thing. It's because people don't know. Texas Tech has only played so many schools. They could be world beaters with that starting quarterback.
They're going to win out, and they're going to play Tech again in the Big 12 Championship, and Tech is going to beat them worse than they did the first time around.
But the thing is, until one of those Big 12 schools plays an SEC school, like Texas Tech could just be the best college football team ever, and we just don't realize it. And if that's the case, then BYU's not that bad.
BYU's bad.
So BYU's only loss to Texas is like, okay,
Arizona State moved the ball well.
with to Tech's defense, but Tech didn't have their quarterback. So, that game they definitely beat Arizona State if that guy's playing. All right, let's jump into halftime. So halftime's where we're about halfway done with the show. What are we at right now?
We're 44 minutes in. We better speed her up.
We're going a little long. Where we're about halfway done with the show, and we're gonna all give our this week's biggest loser. And then I'm gonna put out a poll probably Monday. I'm gonna say Monday to give some more time for everybody to watch the episode to vote on who had the best biggest loser. So, whoever had the best,
Who was the biggest loser of the week out of the three?
yeah, vote for them. Vote for who had the best, and then whoever gets the least amount of votes has to wear the loser's hat. Last week it was Tanner, but he had a scapegoat and planned this hunting trip far away in a cabin where the hat is not.
Came to grab a mic, but didn't grab the hat.
I was confident I wouldn't lose. I actually drove all the way down here just so I didn't have to wear the hat.
Tanner, just so you know, the votes were astounding. I think I had like 13, Paul had like 11 or 12, and you had like 3. So Tanner's definitely the biggest loser this week. If you are watching this on YouTube, you can see the hat. If you're on Spotify or anything else, you can't see it. That sucks. Go watch YouTube.
Can I go first?
You want to go first? Go for it.
Yeah, I'll go first because we don't talk like NBA at all. But anybody who has not been living under a rock, Nico Harrison has been fired by the Dallas Mavericks. Arguably the worst trade in the history of trades was made under his watch, under his doing.
Yeah.
Luka to the Lakers. What did we get in return? Anthony Davis, who
Injured.
he never plays.
Yeah.
And that was well known before the trade. Nico Harrison lost an entire fan base as soon as the news broke. Fan base gave up on him. And it's been that way ever since. The Fire Nico chants last year were revived again this year, and this time the powers that be listened. Nico Harrison, arguably the worst trade ever made in any sport of all time. finally gets what he deserves and he gets canned. So
Yeah.
he's my biggest loser.
He deserved it. I'm going to go second because my biggest loser is close to the heart but far away geographically, and it's Tanner Knight. He last week's episode, he promised. We all sat here, go watch last week's episode, go watch whenever we were talking about the NFL. Tanner said, or I'm sorry, college football. Tanner said he was going to come over. We were all going to watch the A&M game together, watch them beat Missouri, and guess who doesn't show up? Tanner. He's got some excuse about hunting with his grandpa, and I'll show up later. I'll show up later. You know what didn't happen? Tanner never showed up. He I think he wanted to show. No. He wanted to show up, but he didn't. On top of that, is we asked for reels all week. Doesn't get them to us. So he didn't get them to us. I think so. We published on Tuesday. I think Wednesday we all sat and watched the episode and thought about reels to post, and sent him at least 3 or 4 options on that Wednesday. And you know when we got those reels? Sunday, 2:00.
Tanner, I will say we still love you, but what you did was heinous. Heinous.
In my defense, I did start heading that way, and both of y'all were gone.
It was like
Brandon
11
went to sleep.
o'clock.
I was gone in more ways than one, brother.
It was like 11 p.m. and we were
It was actually 9:30 when I said I was on my way, and Paul said he was locked out of the house and going home. So you're painting a story like I wasn't actually going to show
Point
up.
is,
like
you
I was
lied.
last time.
You lied. You said you were coming for the A&M game. Didn't happen.
And then we kind of heckled you in the group chat throughout the week. Like, oh, we'll see. And you're like, man, this is kind of bullshit. Why don't you guys believe me when I say I'm coming? And I was like, man, I really don't know. It's something in my gut. And
said, believe it when I see it.
here we
Never
are.
saw it.
Here we are. Tanner's taking on the chin like a champ. I mean, I'll give him that. But fuck, you let us down, man. We're not mad. We're just disappointed. That's a great biggest loser, by the way. I'm going to vote for you.
Not surprised. I'm just disappointed.
Okay, can I go now?
Yes, Tanner,
After
you're
just getting my
free.
teeth kicked in for 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, you're free.
My biggest loser is Brian Daboll because it looked like he was finally found a quarterback that he actually enjoyed being around, and then they fired him. He deserves to be fired, but I just feel really bad for Jackson Dart because I think he really liked Daboll too, and so it kind of looks like this is a classic case of parents saying you can't date someone. I kind of feel like Giants ownership said that Daboll's not allowed to date Jackson Dart anymore, and it's going to be a rough breakup for both of them. Feel bad for both of them, but really feel bad for Daboll. I do like him as a coach, like him as a person, but it probably was time for him to go.
I
Yeah.
agree. This day was coming.
What was Daboll? I have this written down somewhere on his record. 20-39 as a head coach in the NFL over the past 3 years.
Tough to do it with that Giants O-line they had.
Dude.
I mean, 3 years that you get hired in as a new coach. Of course, you always get hired in as a new coach with a bad team because obviously, but to go 20-39 and 3, like you're not turning anything around. Like you're going, like that's a 250 winning percentage. It's damn near 20-40.
Yeah, it's not good. I mean, Tanner with a pretty damn good biggest loser there. I mean, the guy is a huge fucking loser.
Yeah, but given their, I mean, Jackson Dart got hurt, Cam Scatterby got hurt. Like they're making, it looks like the right draft picks to turn this thing around, and I think that's the franchise just saying you're not the guy. You're not the guy. Like
You're not that guy, pal.
Yeah, you're not that guy. But that is a good biggest loser. Good job, Tanner.
You happy with that, Tanner?
Yeah, I'm glad I'm getting some freaking flowers finally.
Yeah, dude, you gotta get away
I
from
had
these
to-
fan bases, man. You can't keep pooping on innocent fans. They don't deserve it.
I had to give you some flowers because I got after you for a second. I'm sorry about that. Let's jump over to the NFL. Little weekend recap. We had, starting us off in, where were they? Germany?
Yeah.
The Colts and Falcons. The Colts take down the Falcons 31-25 in overtime. The Colts, looking good in the AFC. It's a good ball club.
Jonathan Taylor, MVP.
Yeah.
He scored 50
MVP.
points in one of my leagues, and I still lost by like 30.
Damn. Biggest loser times 2.
Yeah.
So Jonathan Taylor, 32 rushes, 250 yards, and 3 tutties. I think he had 4 catches for another 50 yards, so almost 300 all-purpose yards.
49.5 points in fantasy this week, too. Lane Perkle traded him away
That
in one
is
of our leagues, man. That's embarrassing
brutal.
as shit.
brutal.
He's in the MVP conversation too, for sure.
100%.
I actually have something on that later for y'all. So next on the slate, we had the Ravens beating the Vikings 27-19. That's the Ravens' third straight win.
They're back.
They're currently 4-5, and the AFC North is kind of wide open. The only person in front of them is the Steelers.
They're going to hawk them down. The Ravens are back.
I actually saw something that even though, so like 3 weeks ago, the Ravens were 1-5. As of last week, so even before this win, when they were 3-5, they were the fourth, most, I guess, favored to win the Super Bowl as a 3-5 team.
That shows you what Lamar means to them.
Yeah, but in some of those losses, like the defenses look terrible. But,
yeah, they're figuring it out though.
Yeah, Ravens are making a little turnaround and probably going to take the AFC North from Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers.
Go figure.
The Patriots beat the Bucks to improve to 8-2. So the Patriots, another AFC team that has completely turned around over the past 2-3 years, and it's at the helm of their third year quarterback Drake May.
Second year.
Yeah, guys look good. He's looked phenomenal.
Tanner, you got anything on that one?
You could say that this is Drake May's first win against a really good team.
Yeah, it was definitely a gut check.
He's not been playing good teams, but the Bucks are good. It was a good win for him.
I agree. Bucks are on a little bit of a slide too.
Yeah, I'm looking at this now. The Patriots are 5-0 away. That's a 7-game win streak for the Patriots too.
I don't think America's ready for the Patriots to be good again.
No.
But honest to God, I'd take them over the Chiefs. Like if I had to really pick somebody, to kind of go on a run,
Yeah.
I'd rather see them than Patrick Mahomes do it.
Yeah. So next we had Houston beating Jacksonville 36-29 under the helm of Davis Mills, their backup quarterback. And, Davis Mills is my biggest winner. And that is because Nico Collins got 15 targets, 7 catches, 136 yards. And, when CJ Stroud was slinging the pill, Nico Collins wasn't even in the game. Like you would have thought he stayed home. He didn't even put on the pads.
Yeah, he took a page out of Joe Flacco's playbook and said, "You know what? He's my guy. Let's just throw him the fucking ball."
Yeah.
And that's what they did. And good shit happens when you get the ball into the hands of your freak.
Yeah. I have Nico Collins in fantasy, and he was like damn near on the verge of being benched and he was like a 3rd round pickup. So next we had the New York Jets beating the Browns 27-20. And that's 1 week after the Jets basically sold their entire defense. They can still go out there and beat the Browns. If you're a Cleveland Browns fan, it's time to put the bag over the head again.
Browns are bad, man. There's no other way to cut that.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck. They're a brutal watch. They're just not any fun. Myles Garrett's playing the poor me card. Sir, you took the money. You didn't have to.
I'd still be playing the poor me card if I was him.
Fuck that. He said he didn't want to play there, and then they offered him a boatload of money, and clearly money's more important than winning to him because he stayed. I've got no heart. I don't have any remorse for what I'm saying about this piece of shit. He's one of the best defensive players in the league, and he's money hungry. He could have gotten that money anywhere else. Anywhere else. And he didn't. He stayed home to play for a shitty-ass team.
Yeah,
that's a shitty-ass city. Yeah, shitty-ass fan.
It's weird to think about. Is like any team that have paid Myles Garrett probably whatever he wanted.
Except for Jerry Jones. He just said, here's a fucking Coca-Cola and a sack of marbles, buddy. Come play for me.
Yeah. So whatever reason he decided to stay in Cleveland is insane. The Saints beat the Panthers 17-7. The Panthers are now 5-5.
Does anybody know if that Panthers podcast recorded an episode this week? Meow Mix, have you heard of them?
I don't know if they have or not, man.
If they did, this is their fault.
Yeah, I think they did record. They did, because Pardon My Take brought it up. Pardon My Take, there's a Panthers podcast. They're like, we're shutting it the fuck down. This team's too bad. We can't keep talking about these guys. And like they
brought it back and they lost.
They go out, like they win a few fucking ball games. They bring it back and they lose to the damn Saints, man. And They think it's their fault, which they probably have every right to believe that. I think it's their
Yeah, the
fault as well.
Panthers were 3-0 on weeks they didn't record, and then they put on their Twitter that they were going to record that week, and Twitter was like, "No,
Oh my gosh,
don't do it."
that's
And I think
horrible.
they recorded and lost, so it's their fault.
Panthers now 5-5. The Saints are 2-8 after that win, so they were 1-8 going into that. So bad luck for the Panthers. Panthers are not back.
No, as much as we want them to be, they're just not.
How about this game? The Miami Dolphins go and beat the Buffalo Bills 30-13. The Miami Dolphins, who are terrible,
And guess what?
go and hand it to Josh Allen and the Bills.
That completely negates their win against the Chiefs.
The Bills, yeah.
Completely negates it. I mean, I've been saying it. They're missing something. They're missing something. You score 13 points on the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Dude, that's fucking brutal.
That was a one-sided game for like the entire time. Like Miami got up on them, and then like you could see the Bills trying to come back, and it was just like fumble. Like they drive a little bit, and it was just ugly football game. Like
Very, very,
until
Josh Allen looked bad too.
very bad. You know, the
Not
shitty
look
part
good.
is, though, it's a buddy system in the NFL. He'll still be in the top 3 of MVP.
yeah. To let the Dolphins put up 30 on you is embarrassing as a Bills defense too.
100%.
So next we had the NFC. The NFC kind of owned the evening slate, the little 3 o'clock slate this week, and the big dogs shined. The Seahawks went out there and completely smashed the Cardinals. I mean, I think that game at one point was like 30 something to 0 in like the second quarter. It ended up being 44-22, but that score, like, that's all garbage time scores right there. The Seahawks smashed
Sam
them.
Darnold only threw the ball 12 times.
Yeah, and I took his over in pass yards, and he had like 200. The line was like 230 or something. He had 200 in the first quarter, and he didn't hit.
He's like 10 for 12. That's what he ended on. I mean, the Seahawks are
are for
murdering
real.
teams, dude.
They are for real.
They're wagon.
Dude, the Seahawks might be my favorites to win the Super Bowl.
They can get a home playoff game, man.
Not even
That
I don't
place
even,
gets fucking rocking. They become a serious problem.
I don't even care if they play at home, dude. Their rush defense is insane, and they score like whenever they want.
Yep.
Next we had the Rams. They took care of the 49ers, 42-26, and I don't think the Niners have been anything crazy this year, but the Rams also do look good.
It's Matt Stafford, man. It's another guy who is in the MVP talks.
Yeah.
He is playing out of this world.
The Seahawks and Rams are the two surprises for me this year that are just like, they look like there's some weeks they go out on the field and they look like the best team in the NFL, and it's two teams like you wouldn't have picked at the beginning of the year. The Seahawks with Sam Darnold, the Rams with, Stafford's always been
Matt
good.
Stafford just wins football games there. Like the Rams haven't been like bad since he showed up.
Yeah.
I mean, this is a surprise in a way, but
Stafford is aging though, and
he ain't showing it.
no. The Rams are just solid year in and year out, and they could just never get it. I mean, other than
If they can stay healthy, look out.
yeah, good ball club there. Two NFC teams that like I did not have winning the division. Probably my division favorites were probably the Eagles and Lions, and those two teams don't look that good. And Seahawks and Rams look really good.
Yeah, yeah.
Next is the Lions. The Lions beat the Commanders. I think this was Sunday Night Football. And they take care of them pretty well. It's 44-22, but Commanders have Mariota.
And now they're sitting there. They thought they were going to be able to get it done again, and they still don't have the pieces they need. Their defense is fucking bad.
Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, Daniels going down does not help anything. Let's jump into some who we think is going to win each conference. So AFC, I feel like, is a little more clear picture besides the AFC West. So AFC East, who do y'all have winning that division? You got the Patriots or Bills?
Pats. Patriots.
Pats?
Yeah, Drake May's playing. It's the best
Pats
he's
do
ever
have-
played in his career.
Yeah, they're 2 games up right now. Pats are 8-2, Bills are 6-3.
And they've already beaten the Bills.
Yeah, I think I do like the Patriots to win that division.
Yeah, I do as well, but I can't remember who said it. They brought up a great point. Is like the Bills have that experience. Like when it push comes to shove and you're playing very important football
Yeah.
down the stretch. I mean, the Bills have the guy, Josh Allen. Everybody talks about him. I think he's good, but
Yeah.
regardless, he has that experience when push comes to shove over a Drake May who is
That's if
This is the first time he's won in the NFL. Like, this is his first winning
yeah.
taste
But
of winning.
if
So
the Bills keep sliding, like they might not even make a wild card spot,
yeah, they might have to win that division.
and it's not looking good.
I
The
know.
Patriots got 2 games on them. Yeah, I guess don't be surprised if the Bills don't make the playoffs because as of today, it is not looking, guaranteed. Next, we have the AFC North. The front runners are the Steelers, who are 5-4, and the Ravens, who are climbing back. They're 4-5. I think the Ravens take that division with Lamar back.
Give me the fucking Titans.
the Titans.
I'm kidding. No, yeah, the Ravens, man. The Steelers aren't that good. They're just not. They don't score points. Every time I look up, they're kicking a field goal.
Yeah,
Field goals aren't going to win you any fucking football games.
Rodgers is passing the ball like 22 times a game, and it's.
Fuck, man.
I mean, that's okay if you got a legit running back, but you have Jalen Warren. Like,
Tanner, you like the Ravens here or what?
No, I really don't. I actually think the Steelers will be able to pull it out, to be honest.
Ooh,
interesting.
okay.
The
That's fair.
Steelers this on the year, they're 5-4. They have 212 points scored and 220 points scored against them in their winning
Fuck.
games.
That's weird.
That is
I
weird.
mean, that kind of goes directly against my argument.
AFC South, we have the Colts are running away with it. I don't think there's anybody else. You have the Jags, Texans, Titans, but they're all, the next closest is the Jags. The Colts are 8-2. The Jags are 5-4. The Colts are running away with it, and I don't see them stopping anytime soon.
Not with Jonathan
Yeah,
Taylor
if
running the
Jonathan
ball
Taylor
like that.
keeps rushing for 200 yards, they're going to win the Super Bowl.
Oh shit.
On the topic of Jonathan Taylor, do you think he can win the MVP award?
Yeah, it's become
it's
a
a quarterback
quarterback's
award.
award.
Yeah.
But I mean, right now you got to look at it, and it's Stafford and Taylor. In my eyes,
You think Stafford is the front runner for MVP?
he's got to be at least up there. And I think I'm talking when it's all said and done. I'm not talking right now. If it ended today, probably not. But when it's all said and done, that Rams team is going to be a serious force, and the Colts are going to be a serious force, and those are the two guys that are driving those ships.
So, do you
Every time I
know?
look up, Matthew Stafford has like 5 passing touchdowns
It's
Yeah.
every
insane.
Sunday.
Yeah. When was the last time a non-quarterback won the MVP award? If you,
What is this, trivia? I don't know.
Do you know?
I know it because I looked it up.
The last time a non-quarterback won the MVP award.
Anyone other than quarterback. Could be running back, receiver, defensive, someone.
Smith?
If you
Emmitt
even had to
Smith.
guess, just guess which year it was. Just throw a guess out there.
Oh, wait.
Tanner?
1996.
Almost. It was 2012. Adrian Peterson.
Fuck, dude. I swear to God, nobody's going to believe me. I know this, but like Adrian, if you were going to let me guess, it's going to be Adrian Peterson.
So that is what? 13 years. 13 seasons a quarterback has won the MVP award.
Back when he was just fucking running by everybody and
Yeah.
running through people's faces. God.
I mean, last year Saquon went for 2,000 and he didn't get it.
Yeah.
So what does Taylor have to do to win the MVP award? Crazy to think
Run
about.
for 3K.
Yeah, you just got to be, completely insane. Rico Dowdle will win it next year.
Fuck.
The AFC West is up next, and this is a good conference. Besides one team, you have the Broncos 8-2, the Chargers 7-3, and then you have the Chiefs who are lurking in the back of the pack, kind of like the Bills. Chiefs are 5-4, and then you have the Raiders who are 2-7. I don't think the Broncos win this division. I don't know if the Chargers can pull it off either. Not with the Chiefs lurking.
No, the Chiefs are inevitable. It's just what fucking happens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It almost feels scripted.
Yeah, the Broncos have been winning close ball games, but I'm not surprised if that stops happening later in the year. And
They haven't just been winning close ball games. They won't let offensive score against them, dude.
yeah, that is true. Their defense is legit. Yeah, they have. Oh my goodness, I'm looking at this now. They have 235 points for, 173 points against.
They're 8-2, aren't they?
Yeah.
8-2, 5-0 at home,
What, the Chargers are 6-4 or 6-3. What are they?
7-3.
Okay, I didn't know they had 7 wins. I still think Broncos win this division easily.
Easily?
Especially if they take care of business with the games they got coming up, dude. I mean, I don't know, dude. I just don't see any, like, I think they play the Chiefs 2 more times this year, and I just don't see the Chiefs beating that defense at all.
Two
Like,
more times.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think your take's that far off the beaten path, Tanner. I mean, a lot of people agree with it, but I just think, I mean, we've watched this enough. You
Yeah.
know?
Okay. All right. Let's look at the Broncos' remaining schedule. They have Chiefs. Then they have Commanders. That's a win. They have Raiders. That's a win.
Yeah.
They have Green Bay. That game will be
That'll
close.
be a win because Green Bay sucks.
Green Bay's defense is pretty good. They play the Jaguars, who are having a good year. Then they play the Chiefs again. Then they play the Chargers. Those last 3 games are going to determine their year. Jags, Chiefs, Chargers.
Chiefs will beat them next time around. This next time.
So that is the AFC. Moving to the NFC. Let's see. We got the NFC East. I think that one's a lock. The Eagles got it in the bag. They're 7-2. Next closest is a 3-5-1 Dallas Cowboys.
And they suck.
And they're bad.
They're a pitiful watch.
What's crazy is how bad the Cowboys are this year. They're going to get second in their division.
Yeah. That is kind of crazy.
Wild.
That's a dog shit division.
NFC East is bad. A more interesting division is the NFC North. You have the Lions, Bears, Packers, Vikings. The Lions and Bears are both 6-3. Packers 5-3. Vikings 4-5. Who have looked, somehow they've looked better with JJ. I still think the Lions pull out the NFC North.
Yeah, Cheddar, where do you stand on that?
where I stand on it is that this whole division's in the witching hour for the next, 7 weeks.
That's a fact, dude. That's a fact. That's exciting shit.
Yeah. I like the Lions in the NFC North. Moving to NFC South, you have Bucks, Panthers, Falcons, Saints. I like the Bucks here. The Bucks have looked good. They're 6-3 right now. They're leading the division currently. I don't see that changing. The Panthers are 5-5, but the Panthers don't scare me, especially not when they lose to the Saints.
Depending on what the Meow Mix podcast does, if they stop recording, I'm taking the Panthers. If they keep recording, I'll go ahead and take the Bucks. Just kind of depends on what those boys do.
Yeah, I think the Bucks have won that division. Well, how many years in a row? Quite a few years in a row now, and I think this is their best team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they kind of run away with it towards the end. They got to start finding ways to win football games because they go on a little slide here.
Yeah. The next division is NFC West, and this division is completely loaded. You have Seahawks 7-2, Rams 7-2, Niners 6-4, and then the Cardinals bringing up the rear 3-6.
Tough.
I like the Seahawks, dude. Seahawks have impressed me. I've watched their past 2 games. Their defense is good, and they score at will. They do what they want offensively. They have Jackson Smith and Jigba, who is an absolute freak. He goes for 100 every game, making Sam Darnold look phenomenal. And their defense, they stop the run. If the Seahawks were to go play, the reason I say, I think the Seahawks are the entire NFC favorites, not even just this division. Because if they go play the Lions or they go play the Eagles, someone with a good running game, they're going to shut that shit down. Granted, the Lions can score through the air. The Eagles cannot.
Yeah, you just left out a team that's really important here. The Los Angeles Rams, I think, is going to win that division.
I think the Seahawks.
I agree with you, Paul. I really do think the Rams will win.
Matt Stafford wins. Sam Darnold doesn't win when it matters. It's just the way the cookie crumbles.
But wins happen on the other side of the ball, and the Seahawks defense.
No, dude, the same thing that happened with Darnold last year is going to happen this year. He's going to get into the playoffs, and they're going to go out of the first round because he doesn't know how to play
He's going to lay an egg.
Football game.
I'm not even worried about Sam Darnold. Their defense is that good. I really think they are. They're that good.
Vikings defense was pretty good when Darnold was playing with them too, and they got fucking schwacked.
No, the Seahawks defense is better. Way better.
I'm just saying. Remember this, Reeves. It's November 11th, and the Los Angeles Rams are going to win that division.
Let's see who have they played. Oh, Seahawks and Rams played this week, 3:05. So we'll get a little preview.
Probably 45-32 Rams.
So Seahawks Rams, tune into that 3:05 this Sunday, and then they'll play again December 18th. So right before Christmas time.
Fire me up.
So yeah, the 2 top dogs in that division have yet to play each other. They have 2 more games this year. So that'll be a good one. That'll be That'll be how the NFC West shakes out.
Right there.
Remember it. I said Seahawks.
Rams, baby.
Next, let's talk about. I saw this earlier. I'm sure everyone did. The poison pill that Jerry Jones implemented in the Micah Parsons trade. So if you haven't heard about this, as the deal trading Micah Parsons to the Packers was coming to a close, Jerry Jones implemented the poison pill, which ultimately stated you can't trade Micah to an NFC East team.
For like a certain amount of time, right?
It was I don't remember the exact stipulation on it, but I want to say it was like I don't know,
Like 4 years?
for as long as they have him. Like they can trade him somewhere else, but it can't be to whatever his contract is, 4 or 5 years. It can't be like they cannot do it.
Tanner, did you hear about this?
This is breaking news to me. I did not know this was a thing. So
Yeah, Jerry Jones, listen, man, he's a fucking dog. He runs a shitty team, but he's a dog. If he's going down, he's bringing others with him.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
So I think for me, this was like Jerry kind of knew he was losing this deal, but at the same time, he didn't want to pay Micah, $40 million a year. And he was like, you know what? You can have him. We want, this amount of draft picks, and you can't trade him to the NFC. Like that was his little punch. It was like, you're not trading him to the Eagles. You're not trading him to Washington or the Giants. Like you can't trade him to anyone in my division for as long as you have him.
That's some petty shit.
It is, but it makes sense. You play him twice a year.
You can't trade him within the division, but I can.
Yeah. Well, within conference.
Within conference, yeah.
But I just thought that was interesting. Is like, I don't know. Jerry always has the last word in a sense. Is like, fine, this deal is
I'm
going to
actually kind of proud of it. As much as I hated that trade, it does make me a little bit proud of Jerry Jones. But maybe
Yeah, at
like
least-
that much.
Well, at least Micah Parsons won't be an Eagle in 2 years. Like,
Yeah, I mean, it is nice to know that.
I thought there was like stipulations where like if they did trade within the division, like the Cowboys get like a bunch of fucking picks.
I want to say there was a stipulation, like if it did happen, because of course, like that's a rule, but then there's rules get broken and stuff happens. It was that they got the Packers whatever year they did it was they got their first round pick. So it's valuable. Say the Packers go out and win the Super Bowl or the 32nd pick. Sure, take my first round pick.
Yeah.
But say it's in 2 years and the Packers are terrible. Packers aren't looking great this year. They go and trade them. They get a 12th overall pick. Something crazy. What do y'all think about the Commanders' new stadium might be named after Trump? Did y'all see that? Trump attended the Commanders and whoever they play. We just talked about it. Lions. He attended that game, and you saw Amon-Ra doing the Trump dance, and all of
baby.
that because Trump was in attendance. Yeah, so Trump's making a push to have the Commanders' new stadium that they're building in the next 2-3 years named after him.
I see Tanner down there smirking. What do you got?
I just saw a clip of him when he was up in the booth broadcasting the game. And I don't remember who the broadcasters were broadcasting it, but he was like, "It looks like we have a 3 and 4 here." And then whoever was commentating goes, "All right, 2nd and 7." He goes, "Oh yeah, 2nd and 7." Like he wasn't even
Starts
like he was paying
broadcasting.
attention. He was just trying to commentate it, which was funny. But no, I think it'd be cool if their new stadium was named after him. It'd be pretty sick.
I mean, I think he was joshing around a little bit,
Oh no, he definitely was.
but
Oh, in the
Let's
booth,
be-
he definitely was, but he's definitely in like serious negotiations about paying whatever amount of money it is to have Washington's new stadium named after him.
well, maybe Washington can then use that money for him to be paying to have his name on that stadium. Maybe they can use that money to
Give Jane Daniels
even-
bionic legs and
yeah,
arms, so he never
even
gets
more
hurt
shitty,
again.
make even more shitty money decisions with all that money because they don't. Their ass. The organization is pathetic.
All right, here's a hot take, and this is going to be good. What do y'all think about this? This is a way to make kicking more interesting, and it would honestly change the outcome of the majority of games and everything in between, strategy and all that. What do y'all think about kicking points counting like they do in fantasy? So say Aubrey bangs home a 60-yarder, that's 6 points. He bangs home a 50-yarder, that's 5 points. And everything in between. 40s are 4, 30s are 3.
No,
20s
I
are
hate
good.
that because for instance, teams that have kickers that have a boot would just get to the 50-yard line or
And
kick a
kick
50-yard
field goal.
field goal every
I
time
think
they
it,
got
it
down to the
changes
field.
strategy. Like, say you're at the
Yeah, it makes fucking football not
This is
football.
the same thing we were talking about a couple weeks ago about me not wanting people to get intentionally walked in the World Series. It changes the entire game.
Oh, it would for sure. It would make the kicking position much more valuable because say you're stalling out at the 30, you get into a 3rd and 15 or whatever. You might even like take a negative rush to where you could kick a 50-yarder instead of something in the 40s. So that way you
Yeah,
have a
but then
chance
if
at 5 points.
your kicker gets hurt, the game's over. You lose because the other team's just going to kick 20,
Yeah.
50-yard field goals.
That's fair. And I like where your brain's going there.
It changes the strategy quite a bit.
Yeah, it makes it like not football. I like seeing touchdowns, not some fucking pasty white guy kicking bombs. Like they already have enough pressure on them. They get death threats after
Unless his
fucking
name's Tate
boinking them off
Sandell.
the uprights. Like the kickers don't need any more responsibility than they already have. They're mental midgets. Half of them are mental midgets.
Wow, y'all didn't like that take? I thought it was interesting.
It was fucking hot, all right.
No, I'm not saying I support it. I'm just saying it's interesting to think about because the entire strategy of an offensive drive would change.
It's also easy for you to think about. You're a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, I want those 50-yarders every time I go down the field.
Yeah, for sure. But I mean, you also miss. They get the ball at midfield. Then it's just gonna be turned into a kicking battle. I'm gonna fucking kick one now from right here. Like, I don't like that one bit.
Yeah, it kind of penalizes good defenses too in a way. It's like your defense goes down and gets I don't know. I'd be interested to see like you say you got to stop at the 20-yard line or 15 somewhere in the to where it was like a 20-ish yard kick that was only going to be worth 2 points. Is like on 3rd and 15. Say you got to the goal line, 3rd and 15. Now you're backed up. Is like, do you take a negative play that way you could kick something further?
It's already hard enough for teams to stop teams from scoring already, and you're just going to let some kicker line up and boot it home for 6 points. That's criminal.
I think it's interesting for sure.
That's criminal.
Would definitely place more value on the kicker. Like I think you might see kickers go in the first round.
Yeah, but we don't need more value on kickers, man. Like you've seen the double doink. You watch that cat lose that Bears playoff game or to get to the playoffs. Like he got death threat after death threat. Kickers don't need any more of that bullshit in their lives. Just let them kick their PATs and their occasional bombs when your offense isn't moving the football.
So
and let them live their lives.
What do you think about this? Let's remove the kicker entirely. Kicker's not a football player.
But you just wanted to make them the center of the damn sport.
No, I'm just bringing up something I saw.
Okay, you want to remove kickers.
What do you think about that? No more kicking. You either score a touchdown or you don't. You have to go for
I think you need to stop
I won't say you
trying
have
to
to go for
rewrite
it.
the game
You
I
can still
love.
punt.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to rewrite anything. I'm just like, what about
I can't support getting rid of kickers either, man. I can't. They add a perfect amount of
like
what if to
Yeah.
the football game. Like I know there's a lot of people out there that are like, man, you have 22 guys who just played 4 quarters of football and it's coming down to the leg of a guy who hasn't played all fucking game
the
long.
guy who's been sitting on the
Yeah.
bench with a jacket on?
Yeah, so it's like I see that point of view, but man, you can't take them away. It's a beautiful thing. You see seasons come crashing down and you see seasons extended.
Yeah. I hate to see like I don't know. Like one of your favorite teams lose on like a missed kick or something and you're like, "Damn, dude, we just fought our asses off to be in this position and this guy doinks a 30-yarder."
But then again, he's getting paid money too. It's his job. Everybody has a job. If you didn't want the game to come down to it, maybe you should have played a little bit better on your side of the respected football. You know?
Yeah. It's a weird ordeal, kickers.
You don't want it to come down to a kicker. Score more points.
Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. To be fair, I don't support either of these. It was just a discussion topic.
fair.
I don't know why both of y'all are coming at me like,
You got us
"Oh,
fired
that's
up.
a great idea or terrible idea."
You got us fired. It is a fucking terrible idea. But it's not your idea, but you're the guy who proposed us the question. You're going to catch the brunt end of us.
Steering the ship. All right, let's transition over to MLB hockey golf. Tanner, what do you got for us on the Stars?
Stars are playing better. They look good. They're playing the Senators right now. Kind of the same stuff I've been saying the past 3 weeks. It's just early in the season. But it does look like they're kind of
Kind of
figuring
float.
things out as far as their lines are, considered. So
Are you worried about the Stars? I guess for me, they haven't looked as good as they have in the past. Are you worried that, it's not going to start clicking and they're just going to be an average NHL team?
No, not really. I mean, that team is just way too stacked and way too good to not, play well. I don't know if they're a Western Conference Finals team this year. It's still super early. I mean, you can look at the end of last season. We didn't look like we belonged in the playoffs at all. At the end of last season, we lost like 10 games in a row, I think. And then we go on a run and, play fairly well up until we see the Oilers and McJesus. So I'm not worried. I mean, they'll figure it out. They're a really good hockey team. They just got a lot of different, moving pieces now, and they're just trying to figure out how all those pieces fit together. And I think that just takes some time playing together. And, I mean, it's going to click eventually. So I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah, so let's look. The Stars,
Well said.
Stars are currently 9-4. And they have 3 overtime losses. That's tough. Not a good overtime team currently.
That's a good
Long
record.
season.
That's a real good record.
No, yeah, 9-4 is
For
good.
the amount of gripe we've been giving them, that's pretty damn good.
And overtime losses aren't
Goals
bad.
for 49.
No.
Goals
Like, we
for
still-
49. Goals against 51.
We still get a point for
And
an
that
overtime
94.
loss.
Yeah.
Like, so overtime
Yes,
losses aren't
they
bad.
all count. They all count.
Yeah. So yeah, Stars are at the top of the Central Division. Yeah. Early in the year. Bright hopes for the future.
Long season, they'll figure it out.
One thing I did want to touch on was we haven't talked any golf on this podcast, but something interesting in the golf community is happening currently, and that is the Internet Invitational. Basically, Barstool and Bob Does Sports partnered, I think Foreplay as well, which is part of Barstool. I think.
Partial,
yeah. Partnered and brought together 48 different people, whether it be, a golf influencer on YouTube or whatever, celebrity, or like just straight comedian. Am I missing anybody there?
No, sounds about right.
And they brought 48 people together and they play in a Ryder Cup style tournament to basically win. I think it's 1.7 million is the total payout
3 winners on the final team, $330,000 apiece.
each. And if you enjoy golf content on YouTube and you know people like Bob Does Sports and the Foreplay podcast guys and basically everybody in between, they're probably in the video and you need to check it out because it is absolutely electric.
It's some of the best shit I've ever seen. Like, it's a very fun watch. Like, even if you haven't checked out YouTube Golf, like, it's quality golf content. Like,
Yeah.
it's a quality watch.
I genuinely enjoy
I think
watching it. And don't spoil anything for me because I've only watched like majority of the first episode. Just haven't had enough time to watch the whole thing. I genuinely have enjoyed watching this more than just like a regular, like if the RBC, Heritage Open was on TV or the Canadian Open, which I still love watching golf in that fashion. But this form of golf on YouTube, like this would be a great introduction for people who don't watch YouTube golf to go in and watch it because it really is like, it's all of the best personalities on YouTube golf together. It's something that, you'd think would never happen. And it's, honestly, hats off to Barstool and Bob for making it happen because I do think it's some of the best golf content we're probably ever going to get.
Oh, yeah.
I agree 100%.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you enjoy YouTube golf, or even if you don't, it's really cool because they're not even like, some of them are really good at golf. They're scratch golfers, but some of them aren't. Some of them are like just like us, and they're out there competing in a Ryder Cup style where it's like a scramble team or an alternate shot. And I don't know, you see dart and
Makes
you
it even.
see chunk. Yeah.
Makes it even.
Makes it even. So you have 48 different people with a combination of teams who, are all fighting for their share at the prize pot, which is, close to 400 grand each for the winning team. So I think there's 8 episodes. The first 2, I think, are pretty long. They're like in the 3-hour range, but then they get shorter as they go because there's less players.
Our pods get longer as we go.
No, this is a good amount. But yeah, check that out on YouTube if you haven't already. One last would you rather, and then we're going to wrap it up. This is another golf-related would you rather. Would you rather always hit the fairway off the tee box or always 2-putt? No more 3-putts. Don't have to worry about that anymore. Or you're never going to lose a ball again off a tee box?
I'll go ahead and start this off because I
Tanner.
feel pretty confident in this answer. I will take a ball on the second cut just off the fairway all day if I can two-putt the rest of my life. Like my golf game mainly falls apart on the
100%.
green with the flat stick, so it doesn't really matter like where the ball is off the tee initially. So I would much rather two-putt the rest of my life.
I second that wholeheartedly. Like that's where you start racking up the strokes on the green. If I can two putt for the rest of my life, hey, I'm gonna whoop Perkle's ass every time I play him if I'm two putting every time.
But if you have to two putt, you can never one putt. So say you bury one close to the pin and you have to get two strokes.
That's horseshit. That's not what you said.
I said you have to two putt.
No, you didn't say have
You'll
to
never
two-putt.
three-putt
You said
again.
you
You didn't
guaranteed
frame
two
that
putts
question
every time.
right, dude.
You're screwing us.
No, dude. I said
Read it again.
You're gonna
verbatim.
have to two putt. Two putt.
You never said have to two putt.
I said or always two putt.
Always two putt. You said you'll never three putt. You never said you'll never one putt again.
I'm taking the drives for sure. I want
Yeah,
to be in the
dude.
fairway every time.
Okay, then go four putt that, and we'll talk at the end when I got a
No, that's the
bogey and you
thing.
got a fucking
Is
triple.
if I can hit it in the fairway, then I would just practice my putting. Like only practice putting.
I hit fairways, so I don't really struggle with that.
Okay.
I carried us for 13 holes a couple weeks ago off a tee box, and tell me right now I was
Oh,
pumping shit
Lord.
down the middle.
Mr. Snap Hook.
Snap hook my ass, dude.
All right, drop it in the comments what you would rather do. Always hit the fairway off the tee box or always two putt. Which one are you taking? All right, boys. We ran a little long, per usual. Anything else before we wrap it up?
No.
I think I'm
Hopefully
good.
it sounds good for everybody.
Hopefully this all exports correctly. Tanner is in a Afghanistan station somewhere. But we'll wrap it up. That's episode 5 of the Garage Gang.
All right,
Yeah,
boys. Peace.
Great show, lads.
Great show. Later, boys.